Welcome back to Let's Talk Couture, and today's episode is going to be about the evolution of Destiny's Child's fashion from girl group to global icons. Destiny's Child is one of the most influential girl groups of the late 90s and early 2000s. They were not only known for their powerful voices and iconic hits, but also for their ever-evolving sense of style. Their fashion choices became a hallmark of their identity, contributing to the group's cultural impact and establishing them as style icons in their own right. From matching outfits to bold, high fashion statements, the history of Destiny's Child's fashion is a reflection of their journey from young girl group to global superstars. The early years, matching and coordinated looks. Destiny's Child began their journey in the late 90s, initially as a group called Girls' Time. When they released their self-titled debut album in 1998 under the new name Destiny's Child, their style was primarily defined by coordinated matching outfits, a hallmark of many girl groups at the time. Their debut era saw them wearing colorful, coordinated ensembles, often paired with sporty accessories such as baseball caps and chunky sneakers, which emphasized their youthful energy. These looks aligned with the upbeat, pop-driven sound of their early music, presenting a polished yet approachable image for their audience. During this time, a lot of the group's outfits, things that they performed in, showed up in red carpets and things like that, were actually hand-sewn and tailored by Beyoncé's mother, Miss Tina Knowles.
The group turned into a real family affair when Beyoncé's mother, Tina, became their official stylist.
I got into it to make all the girls feel equally beautiful and to try to tailor things for their specific body styles. And I also wanted them to always be beautiful and glamorous like the old Motown days when everybody looked bigger than life.
As Tina developed an image for
The Survivor era. Empowerment through fashion. As Destiny's Child rose to international fame, their fashion began to reflect a more mature and empowering image, as well as the fact that the girls were now becoming young women. By the time the group released their 2001 album Survivor, their style had evolved significantly. The sleek, coordinated outfits were replaced with more daring, individualistic designs. This era was marked by the rise of bold, high-fashion choices that conveyed both strength and independence while still showing that they were sexy. Central themes in the album's messaging. In particular, Beyoncé, Kelly Rowland, and Michelle Williams began to showcase their own unique styles within the group. Iconic pieces from this period include low-rise jeans, halter tops, metallic accents, and more skin-bearing silhouettes. The group also frequently wore more custom-made outfits by designers such as Roberto Cavalli, Jean-Paul Gaultier, and Dolce & Gabbana, signaling their transition from a pop group to global style icons. This era also saw the introduction of the now famous Survivor outfits, tight, edgy, and attention-grabbing, emphasizing confidence and resilience.
This one I think is timeless. I mean, leather never goes away, and it's corsets, and they were all studded, and we hand studded them. I had the girls to even help me with these. You know, it might be a little risque, but I think you could put that on now.
Destiny's Child, the final era. Glamorous and high fashion all the way. By the time Destiny's Child released their final studio album as a group, Destiny's Fulfilled, 2004, the group's fashion had reached its peak in terms of high fashion and glamour. The members who before couldn't even get people to dress them now was able to embrace more sophisticated runway-inspired looks, often choosing designer gowns, tailored suits, and luxe accessories that reflected their newfound stature as global superstars. They began incorporating elements of haute couture into their wardrobes, solidifying their place in the fashion world, as well as the music scene. Beyoncé, in particular, began to solidify her status as a solo fashion icon, frequently wearing couture pieces that would later influence her own solo career's aesthetic. I think we can all agree that Destiny's Child fashion legacy is undeniable. Their transition from coordinating girl next door outfits to high fashion statements mirrored their own personal and professional growth. By embracing a blend of streetwear, high fashion, and experimental looks, the group set the stage for the future generations of girl groups such as Flo, 3LW, and many more. Beyonce in particular would go on to become one of the most influential style icons of the 21st century, but the group as a whole remains a cultural touchstone in the fashion history. Destiny's Child helped shape the visual culture of the early 2000s, contributing to the blending of mainstream fashion with pop music, and their influence can still be seen in the work of contemporary artists and designers.